Welcome, everyone, to another edition of the Slate, the Friday night edition of the Slate, right here on youtube.com/MrWarrenHayes. I'm Mr. Warren Hayes. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone is having a good end of the week. Everyone is excited to get their weekend going, and we're going to start it off right. There's wrestling on Friday nights, courtesy of World Wrestling Entertainment, who are coming over here to let us into the Thunderdome so that we can watch SmackDown. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Hope everyone's having a good time. I really hope everyone's having a good time.
Oh, yeah!
Want to say hello to everyone joining us live here tonight. Joining us live here tonight. Anakin JMT, how you doing? Imran Abazi, good to see you as well. Wrestling Plug Inc. How you doing, Pluggo? Carlos is here as well. How you doing? And DGMC is here too. And these are all. It's a fun, friendly atmosphere on the Mr. Warren Hayes streams.
Ooh,
and
yeah.
if you want to continue this fun, friendly atmosphere, you can come and join us on the Mr. Warren Hayes Discord. The link is in the description. It's always there. Come and join us. My God, what's going on? You can come and join us live on, the Discord is always open, and there's always discussions going on. There's always stuff that people are talking about. And then when there's live shows happening, well, then our live watching channel lights up, and a whole bunch of people jump in there and sort of share thoughts as the shows go along. It's a fun time. You should come over. Not half as toxic as other places you might think.
Oh, yeah!
So I'm being bombarded with super chats. Why don't we get that out of the way to begin with? Let's start with that. Because hey, if you leave a super chat, I'll read your super chat, and it's all good fun. Anakin JMT, how you doing? Anakin left a super chat. Says, man, I've been waiting since 3:05 p.m. for this. Yes, I apologize if you all got a notification earlier today, like at around 3 o'clock, saying that my stream was about to start. Little miscue on my part. Apologies. And if you've been waiting all that time, that's on you, Anakin. Wrestling Plug Inc., our boy Pluggo left us a super chat as well. Thank you very much. It says his top flight signed. Now, for the record, you don't have to answer this question. It is a Discord meme. That's on it's on me. It's playing on me. So, thank you. So typically my answer is, we need someone to confirm. Anakin JMT left us another super chat. Thank you very much. Says, I need a 5-minute WandaVision chat, please. Good idea. Let's keep it for the. Has the new episode been released today? Because I haven't seen it yet. If it has, but I did watch the 2 first shows last week. And Anakin left another super chat. Thank you very much, Anakin. Don't get me wrong. My mom still rinses her ground beef. This was a big revelation from the Discord. If you follow especially my love of meat products, you'll know that a couple of weeks ago now, I think it was even in December at this point. I don't remember, but I sort of went off on a stream because there was this lady who was fixing ground beef, and she was like, well, if you need to get rid of the grease, and she put it all in. She put all her ground beef into a strainer, and then she started rinsing it like directly under tap water. Now, of course, you want to get rid of some of the grease when you're cooking ground beef because it's not all that healthy. But you can either drip some of it off, or you can you know, if you do it correctly, you know, you can also push like the meat to the side, take some paper towels and sop it up without injuring yourself. You got to be careful, you know. But rinsing water on it, Jesus Christ, people.
Oh, yeah.
So we discovered that Anakin shared with us the great tragedy that his mother does that she rinses her ground beef. And I'm so sorry. It just breaks my heart every time. And I'm not going to break like I did last night. Anakin left us another super chat. Thank you, Anakin. Thank you so much. It says, Warren loves meat confirmed. I know what you're trying to do. But then again, and here's the thing. And I put a warning out on Twitter. I ordered some food and the delivery guy was getting a little bit delayed, and I was like, oh, it is a neck and neck, like we're neck and neck between the start time of tonight's slate and the delivery of my food. So I warned everyone, I'm going to be eating as I'm doing this tonight. So I actually have received my food from a certain fast food establishment. I actually got I got a quarter pound of BLT, which actually looks pretty good. It's probably my favorite sandwich from that place. So
Oh, yeah.
I might be checking in a little bit as we go along here. I mean, you know, it's not as if WWE has given us tons of stuff to talk about again this week, right? Another super chat from Anakin. Thank you. He says, "Rest in peace, Venus. He was dependable. Venus will always be. He will forever be the official delivery guy of the MrWarrenHayes show. God bless his heart. I don't know what happened to him. I miss you, Venus." I'm going to say hello to Flowman, who's here as well. Good to see you. He says, Venus was not a huge draw, but a good hand. All right. Okay. Let's preview it. Let's go. Let's jump right in. There's not much on the docket for SmackDown as far as things being announced yet. But Manny Santos, our man on the inside. Good to see you, Manny. Probably the match that has the most attention that people I think should rightfully be excited for. Big E is going to put the Intercontinental Championship on the line against Apollo Crews tonight. Let's read the copy from WWE.com, written by it hasn't been attributed this week. Interesting. Okay. After Big E successfully defended his Intercontinental title against Apollo Crews on the January 8th edition of SmackDown, the defeated challenger was left reeling with a stern pep talk he received from Paul Heyman on Talking Smack over how he screwed up in his pursuit of the illustrious title. Then, after being spotted the following week having serious discussion with Universal Champion Roman Reigns, Crews went into his match against Sami Zayn with a new resolve and grabbed his opponent's tights to prove that he was going to win at any cost. Tonight, Big E will once again look to defend his Intercontinental Championship against Apollo Crews, who appears determined to do anything to win the title, but does he have what it takes to topple the powerhouse Pepsi? So, you guys know the drill. Never get behind an Apollo Crews push. Never. However, if they're taking their time with Apollo here, giving us a nice slow burn of a heel turn, which I think is very, very interesting. The fact that he was sitting down, that he had an audience with the head of the table, right? I think it's interesting. There might be something here, and I think that edge and that story that sort of hangs above this match will make it interesting. Doesn't necessarily make it like, oh, we saw this match like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Now there's some, it feels a little different because they've been telling a proper story with it. And look at what they did here too. And I like these types of stories because we didn't have 8 fucking minutes of exposition to make us understand that Apollo Crews really wants to do everything that he needs to do. Couple of judiciously shot backstage segments with Roman Reigns, the talking smack stuff. And again, I don't know why talking smack isn't a formula for furthering storylines that isn't used on the main show. I don't know. And same thing with Raw Talk. I don't know why they do it. Because, frankly, the interviews, everything that is said there feels more natural, feels more spontaneous, feels like you're actually seeing the wrestlers as opposed to characters. Everything is much more relatable on Talking Smack. So, if you ask me, this is something that they should do. Try to incorporate the actual Talking Smack on the show. Because I don't think it goes how they probably hope. It's like, if we use Talking Smack and bring it on, you'll watch Talking Smack kind of thing. I don't think that's necessarily the best vehicle. But goddamn, even if it's not Talking Smack that they use, just use that style of interview. Let them cut those types of promos on the main programs. It's much better. It's much more interesting. The storylines become organic and much more fun. I'm really cool about it. I really like it. So that did add a lot to the Apollo Crews rematch here. Thing with Roman as well. I'm really excited for it. Really, really excited for it. So, yeah. So that's going to be happening tonight. Wasn't a bad match they got a couple of weeks ago. They'll probably turn it up here. I think there's a lot. There's a lot of good. I think there's a lot of good to be. There's a lot of good in this situation right here. Should be a fun match. And of course, we're getting the fucking obstacle course. I don't understand this. Bianca Belair to compete in Bayley's Ultimate Athlete Obstacle Course Challenge. With a great deal of With a great deal of animosity already existing between Bayley and Bianca Belair, the role model welcomed the EST of WWE as her special guest in the premiere episode of her talk show, Ding Dong, Hello. During a war of words, Bayley claimed all Bianca's athletic accolades occurred before she journeyed to WWE and used her recent victory over her adversary to question Bianca's claims that she is the EST of WWE. Then Bianca challenged her to a rematch to settle the dispute. Bayley rejected it and instead challenged Belair to compete in an Ultimate Athlete Obstacle Course challenge to provide her athletic superiority. I think they mean prove here. That was a challenge that was enthusiastically accepted. So I railed on this last night on the main show. If you haven't watched it, head on over after we're done here. And by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but on YouTube, Nikki, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. If you guys want to check it out on YouTube now, I've started dividing the show into chapters. So when you click on the description, you have all the chapters all set up, and you can actually see them in the timeline as well. So every subject that I cover, you can just click on it and go, and it'll take you immediately to that spot. So if you want to just listen to what about the obstacle course, well, there you go. All right. I'm going to maintain the same thing that I was saying last night. And same thing that I said last night. Why does Bianca Belair have to prove that she is the fastest, strongest, whatever, in anything else other than a wrestling match? And we've seen it so many times before. Wrestlers want, oh, we're gonna have an arm wrestling match. We're gonna have a cake eating match. We're gonna have a putt golf, and it doesn't matter, because ultimately we will be convinced of a wrestler's attributes, their capacity to wrestle, to perform in a ring, when we see them wrestle. If I'm watching Bianca Belair climb a gym rope really, really quickly, it ultimately, as a wrestling fan, doesn't mean anything to me. And I am afraid, and here's the thing at the same time, on the flip side, if we come along here, if we come along here with an obstacle course, I don't remember any obstacle courses in the history of WWE being very compelling television and got people over. You know, if only, yes, we can talk about the Bobby Lashley, Sami Zayn stuff, which was shit. And we can even go back to the first couple of seasons of NXT when it was a game show, when they were doing the obstacle courses, and it was still shit. We want to see wrestlers wrestle. Bianca Belair is not going to get over by crossing monkey bars as fast as she can. She's going to get over by being Bianca Belair in the ring. Because why do we watch wrestling, folks? We watch wrestling for one reason, and it's in the word. It's the word we use to describe the shows that we watch. We watch it for wrestling. It's that simple. They have and the thing here, this is what's most infuriating here. And I'm going to take a bite of my burger because that's how infuriating it is. They have a sure thing with Bayley and Bianca. They have an absolute sure thing. Fantastic feud. Great coupling. Great athleticism. Bayley, a star, one of the best workers in the company, will be able to put Bianca over. Bianca is an athletic specimen. She's great, and she has the attitude, the presence, the charisma. So does Bayley. Their babyface and heel lines are clearly defined. Just let them go. We don't need the extra theatrics. Just let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Why do we feel like we need this? That's what I don't understand. It's such a weird thing. Anakin left us a super chat. Thank you very much again, Anakin. Very kind tonight. He says, I just want an obstacle course from Double Dare. See, that at least would be fun, because then someone would end up in slime. But the 50 plus demographic wouldn't get it. Ratings joke. And Anakin left another super chat. Well, thank you very much. Again, it says, Warren eating on stream is weird ASMR. Is this the episode that I do my ASMR? No, I'm thinking about it. Like, I see the super chat and I'm like, should I do it? Should I do it? But no. Listening to someone eat is gross. Like if I were to move in, and just let's, smacking my lips, and that would just be gross. That'd be awful. You don't want that. Napkin sounds, though. It's like a crackling fire. However, here's something though. Like after SmackDown, I think there's a lot of interest in 205 Live tonight because we're going to have more matches in the Dusty Cup Classic. But specifically, and what I want to talk about is a match in the Dusty Rhodes Women's Tag Team Classic, because it will be the WWE debut of Priscilla Kelly and Elena Black. They'll be facing, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. Indie wrestling. I still think that's funny as fuck. I love every layer of it. I think it's great. Elena, Priscilla, Gigi, and Cora Sanders. No, I'm kidding. No, but Gigi and Cora versus Candice and Indy. And I think this is going to be quite sought after. I think it is going to be quite sought after. I haven't watched 205 Live in a long time, so I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see how this is going to go. I'm excited to see both of these ladies in the ring. Why wouldn't we be? Why wouldn't we be excited? Why wouldn't we be excited here? Yeah, I think Candice and Indy are going to win. But here's the thing. I thought Toni Storm and Mercedes Martinez were going to win. We're going to win on. We're going to win on Wednesday, and they Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter took them out as the babyface underdog team. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm excited to see how this is going to go. I mean, I want to see Priscilla Kelly and and Elena Black on WWE TV. I'm going to be checking this out. I'm going to be excited. But yeah, you'd think that that Candice and Indy should go over here, right? You know, you never know. One last thing before maybe we polish this off. The stream is what I mean, because I still have a lot of burger left. I'm not quite ready to polish it off, but there was news that came out today that NBC Sports will be shutting down. The sports network is going to be shutting down, and they have the rights to NASCAR and the NHL, and they will be moving to the USA Network. Now, the NHL plays a lot of games on Wednesday nights, so immediately a lot of people are raising a flag in regards to NXT, right? Like, oh. This could be a very unceremonious end to the Wednesday Night Wars, because I'm pretty sure that NHL hockey probably attracts more viewers overall, and it's a little more prestigious of a brand, of an association than WWE on a lot of fronts. Probably easier to get sponsors and so on and so forth. So yeah, this is going to be one to keep an eye on, because it could very well mean that that we're done having to pick on Wednesday nights. Yeah. So this really is going to change the game here. It's going to be very, very different. So I don't think they're going to be canceling. I don't think they're going to be canceling. It wouldn't see why. Pretty sure just sending it off to another network will be the way to go for NXT. And you know what? Worst comes to worst, they send it back to the network, and I don't think it'd be that bad. I don't think it'd be that bad if push comes to shove. No, DGMC. Okay. No. DGMC left us a super chat. Y'all saw it. You can actually read it in the chat too. This is where I draw the line. I'm not coming in here and starting to give slogans and doing little themes from other companies if they're not sponsoring me proper. Just saying. It's bad enough that I've got their logos all over the place tonight. But in exchange, how about oh wait, but I could do it in my, what if I did it in my Eastern European guy accent thing? How about, if he'd be a McDonald's guy, he'd probably go something like, "Eh, ba ba da ba da da, I am loving it," or "I am not disliking that." How about that? Oh, well, that's how things are going for tonight. No, stop it. That's pretty much how it's going for SmackDown tonight. Anakin was talking about WandaVision earlier. I'm sorry, I haven't seen today's episode, and I apologize. I haven't watched it yet, but I did watch the 2 episodes from last week, and my God, it is such a good show, right? Don't you guys think that it is a very, very, very good show? I think it's outstanding, and it's something. Here's what I like the most about WandaVision is that it's not something that you're expecting from a Marvel show, from a superhero show. It's sort of it's a mystery, right? No flashy uses of superpowers and established supervillains. They're going for a slow burn here, and I can appreciate that because, look, I love my Marvel stuff as much as the next person, right? There's people who are very, very deeply engaged with it, which isn't my case. Just as people like wrestling and aren't as deeply engaged with it as I am. That's fine. I submit that I am, I'm not, I don't know my Marvel stuff as much as a lot of other people do. But what I do appreciate here, as opposed to a lot of Marvel stuff that's going on, it's not all about the costumes and, the explosions and the fight scenes, which are cool, don't get me wrong, but at some point I think we do reach a point of saturation where we're like, I'd like something a little different, a little palate cleanser, and show me at the same time that you guys are ready to take risks with your Marvel universe, with the characters that are involved. And this is a big one. This is something that's really cracking through. My theory, without having watched today's episode, which I know now they're going into the Technicolor era, right? Without having seen it, I still think that this is a safe zone that Wanda has created for herself, because to sort of create this universe in which she and Vision can have this perfect life outside of superhero nonsense and whatnot. Like, she's clearly in control. That's my theory so far. And there's people that are trying to bring her out of this. So we'll see what happens. Another theory I have is that they're trying to reconstruct Vision without the Infinity Stone, but I don't know how that works. How is Sword involved? Ooh, I'm excited. Anyway, folks, before we check out WandaVision, have fun watching SmackDown. I will be back on Monday for another edition of the Slate. Have a great weekend. See you next time.